It is so bloody hot. With that said, hello anybody, somebody, nobody, whoever never see this. This is Siegfried Alexander Faust, the Whiff, come back at you with some more Warhammer 40k. Be doing some Nurgle Demons. This is my new 2k list for Nurgle Demons. You're going to be a battalion, 4 CP. You're going to have a Great Unclean One with Horridicus Slimix, who is at a juicy 9 wounds. And so gets, look out sir, three demon squads of Beasts of Nurgle. I'm sorry, grandfather. Nurgle. 3 Soul Grinders with Marco Nurgle, and then 2 Nurglings and 1 10-man thing of Plague Bearers. And like with the tzeentch, they have their free upgrades, and so do these guys. Now, what makes Nurgle juicy? Well, a lot of stuff is T5 or T6, etc., which is nice. So, except for the Nurgling swarms, but you know, they're just cheap. They're actually so nice because they're so small. I can hopefully, well, small-ish. The goal is to attempt to hide them and just get obscuring to hold something, or just move them in and get obsec onto a point. And that way your opponent has to kill other things and or deal with them and just allocate some fire. Now, Great Unclean Ones, they got a wound buff and they're T9. And the Soul Grinders, they're T9. I know this isn't the exact Soul Grinder model, but this is what I had available to me. Maybe there's other ones and I haven't found it, but I'll take this. They have the Iron Claws in the Warp Swords, not their other option. I mean, they're 16 wounds, so they can get obsec, and they're bloody T9. But they're so big, like, realistically, are they even going to get obsec? But, you know, you might be able to hide one if you really care, but then you have to go around stuff, so it doesn't really matter. The bigger thing is just the fact that they're bloody T9. Hopefully, it's just going to take forever for your opponent to sink things in, and it's a vehicle with 4-up invul. It's pretty freaking good. It's a custodian level vehicle invul. And so, yeah, they're going to be just tanking stuff for range. 50. It's a coin flip if they'll just shrug whatever. And they're just nasty in melee as well. So, starting at a 3-up degrading, boy, they got some range options, which, you know, ain't terrible. But it's just their melee is what, ugh. So strength 16, -3 for D6, Warp Sword Malefic as well. And the biggest thing is not like they're your great damage dealers, they just soak. Everything in this army can soak in different ways. Like, you can be sneaky. These ones are meant to be sneaky, not to soak. They soak after they're sneaky. They basically just do something crazy for 1 or 2 rounds to annoy your opponent. These just sit back and hold something, and everything else pushes forward. The Beast of Nurgle T6 7 wounds, so they can soak. And then they get 6 attacks each, and then every hit roll of 6 is 2 mortals. So pretty decent for what they could do. And they have Grotesque Regeneration. So if any of them go down to 1 wound, boom, back to 7 for each phase. So shooting, charge, etc. If the opponent does something the psychic did down, if you put them as their closest, you could put them as the closest target during psychic phase. Your opponent's psychers hit it for smites and stuff. Well, it lives and now it regenerates back to full. So very sneaky thing you could do with them. Horridicus Slimix. I'm pretty sure I didn't give him anything. Nope. He just gives a buff. I think he gets +1 to advance and charge. With Beast of Nurgles and drones. Yeah, no, you can reroll a charge. Yeah. And then +1 to hit roll. And so you just select 1 to just charge in and have 3-ups to hit in melee. Which you want the 6s anyway. But, you know, it's not bad. And, you know, just he's not bad either. It's just being able to give them some buffs is nice. There could be other options. I just feel like he's good enough to just make do. And it just squeezed the points in perfect, so no complaints from me. And the Great Unclean One, Goo, has the relic of Effluvier. So you could just bleed the wounds over. So in case you get that lucky 3d3 and you get a total of 9 range hits with it, it can do an unexpected amount of wounds and just clear out, because that's 9 hits, 9 attacks, and if they hit and they wound, then that's 9 3s. So that's 27 wounds. So it's anywhere between 9 to 27 wounds potential. But the 27 is also bleeding over as mortals, basically. That's just so nutty. Uh, so that can help you clear some like chaff and some like weak stuff. Heavy mass, +2 to his wounds, and then Nurgle's Rot and Shriveling Pox to try to give him some more buff. And he has, of course, plagues, the plague, bile sword, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it's just the T9. T9 makes me laugh, and full regen wounds. And so you can, if your opponent like doesn't want to, you're gonna force them to just throw everything into the Beast of Nurgle, which isn't a terrible thing anyway. But it's just funny because if they don't get down, if they just hit them and they hurt them, but they don't kill it, the model, it comes back and their psychic damage is wasted. It's very funny, at least to me. And as a special cameo, hello, this is what I want my fucking Be'lakor Undivided army to look like. I don't know if I'll need to do some shenanigans to get a third Slaanesh, but Exalted Flamers for Tzeentch, Soul Grinders with Mark of Nurgle. Those are my Nurgle ones. 3 things of Blood Reapers, Blood Letters, and then 2 to 3 contorted epitomes, depending on how I have to do it. If I could do 2 patrols or battalion, however I have to do it. If I could just roll in the 2, I'm fine with this. Be'lakor and then a Knight Abominant. This is what I want to run so badly. I want to run literally this. And I think this is actually going to be the strongest of all these. And I haven't even done my Slaanesh video yet, but I hands down think this is going to be the strongest demon army. Just hands flipping down. Now again, they all have their beauty. This is the biggest thing kinda that's unique about the Nurgle one, I feel like. Or I can run beasts, but beasts will get more expensive, and I don't know. The fact that these are T9 is just funny. It's spooky, and then I have like some Melta capability, and it's auto hitting for stuff with range. Could just shred some big things or small things. I have that option, and just hard hitting, tons and tons of melee, and defensiveness from Knight Abominant and Be'lakor to make him more unexpectedly taking by getting no rerolls and minus to hit and wound, etc. Just so many beautiful things in this army. I really hope I can afford the points to do this in Battlescribe, but time will tell. But that was my little Easter egg addition to this. I don't really have anything else to say about Nurgle. Like, again, I'm not going to go into all the stratagems and Warp Storm stuff. And hopefully more information will come out on that when their information is uploaded more so online for people to get at. But if you like the content, like, share, subscribe, comment down below for any good-natured thoughts. I always love to hear them. And yeah, take care and game on, gamers.